this government outside Nigeria, they are sensitive to what you say. Nobody's stopping you for investigation. No government outside Nigeria or Nigeria can stop you for investigation. But we're saying that if Nigeria has applied for 3 loans already, 3, Port Harcourt Maiduguri, the Minister of Finance told me here that she was stopped and told that the next borrowing plan will not be approved unless we get Port Harcourt Maiduguri. Port Harcourt Maiduguri goes through the southeast and the northeast. The only south town in Port Harcourt Maiduguri is Port Harcourt. We're about to apply for loan. They will not grant that loan. Then you summon us back to the house and say, why are we constructing Lagos Kano and we're not constructing Port Harcourt Maiduguri? The appeal I was making initially was, can we be allowed to get this loan? Then you can summon us. Not to start what you're doing, and the whole process would then be stopped. The responsibility of the Ministry of Transport is to implement a contract. Who pays the contractor? Ministry of Finance. How does the Ministry of Finance pay? When we sign that the contractor has done its responsibility, 2 parties will sign to China. Ministry of Transport, it goes to Ministry of Finance, right? Then they revert to China and they're paid. So our responsibility is implementation. And the invitation I got, and I want the committee to please put this at the back of their mind, is to come and explain about a loan. So I'm here. And I've said to you that loan activities rest with Ministry of Finance, contract activities rest with Ministry of Transportation.
We have the loan agreement, which the Minister of Finance contracts on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Then we have the commercial contract, which is the contract for the implementation of the project. And that is signed between the implementing agency or ministry and the contractor.
So, and this regard, which one is the implementing agency?
The implementing agency for the purpose of this, the project you just mentioned, yes, I think is the Ministry of Transportation.
Thank you.
So the Ministry of Transportation superintends the construction of the railway project. And the funds are usually domiciled in China and paid based on measured works. So the management of the project is domiciled with the implementing agency. The role of the Ministry of Finance ends when the loan is sourced and made available for the implementation of the project. If we are talking about the commercial contract,
yeah,
usually the amount will be stated in that contract, usually. So the implementing agency that is managing that contract should be able to have that information available. But what I have here in the brief we have prepared is the loan agreement for the project was signed on the 20th of December 2010. Yes, and is for the construction of a standard gauge railway track, 186 kilometers. And the implementing agency, the Ministry of Transportation, the contractor is CCECC. And from the record that I have here, the sum involved is $500 million United States dollars.
For loans disbursed, there's a repayment schedule, and for the phase 1 loan, for which $100 million has been fully disbursed, the payments of principal is yet to start. Only interest is being paid presently, and as at March 31, 2020, $9.38 million of interest has been paid. Principal repayment is yet to commence.
You are yet to start on the principal repayment?
Yes, sir.
You are paying the interest only?
Yes, sir.
How many years remaining?
It's maturing in 2032. So there are 12 years left.
You are just servicing the loan?
It's just the interest for now. We're still in the moratorium period.
When do you intend to start payment?
Interest payment should start later this year.
Is it?
Later this year.
Was it this?
Interest is paid on outstanding principal, so we'll pay interest on what is left. Now the original loan amount was 500. It is reducing, so it's the balance now.
How many years remaining?
It's maturing in 2030. So there are 10 more. There are 10 more years.
There are 10 more years. We've spent 10 years now.
Yes, sir.
The areas that money has been taken and those projects has facilitated those projects, can we have those details? Now I'm coming. You see, we're taking it step by step. Let's have those details to appreciate what you want to take again. Hey, you understand? Because I want the progress of this country. We're partnering on this business. In going forward, those key areas, this agreement signed, those projects it has attended to, we want to know every money that has been released. Counterpart funding that has also been addressing such a project. The payment of this loan, how far have we gone? At what stage are we? We want to know those things. When we know those things, asking you to go ahead, because the project coming to the east is critical to Nigerians. The people must facilitate business in the southeast. It must facilitate business in the south-south, where me and you are from. I'm not against it. But in going forward, we must be able to have information so as to appreciate your own work.
And there is one thing that makes any nation a country, which is the sovereignty. Is it proper in any agreement, in any financial position we find ourselves, to trade or to tamper with the sovereignty of Nigeria, no matter the financial problem we find ourselves, the economic hardship, to even consider that the sovereignty of Nigeria in any way should be signed in terms of condition, in terms we default or not? Isn't it part of the agreement that Nigeria should never accept? Because our constitution, why we are a nation, is that to guard and defend our sovereignty. But if we then sign it on ourselves for monetary gain, I don't know, I'm asking you this, it's just I'm surprised that the sovereignty of the country, because I know this country, we fought to make Nigeria one, but in a situation whereby we ourselves, on top financial gain.
Ordinarily, one would have wished that when you want to go in for negotiations on loans, ab initio, you should involve this committee so that fundamentally this committee will be able to guide you as to some of the things that you cannot go into, like the issue he has just raised, and so many other fundamental issues of that nature, which from your side or from the side of the ministry or even DMO, they may not consider very important. What is your view about that? Number two, you see, there is a situation in which you are talking about the loan. You said it's 500 million. When DMO wanted to react, they said it's 800 and something. Ordinarily, one would have expected you, one, apart from the issue of loan, to have a concrete agreement that brings in the entirety of the sum that is involved. And you are supposed to be streamlining them from time to time so that such differences or something will not occur. Going forward, please watch out for such things and make sure that they are all streamlined at all times. And if you have not been having composite agreement for the entirety of the thing, both for the counterpart funding and the loan, I think it's that time you started doing so.